get those sweet YouTube views.
Snerdcast, episode 23, or 24, actually, goddamn.
Yeah.
I'm getting up there on the episodes, yeah. Here with Cameron back at the Cam Bachelor Pad.
What a do?
Just kicking it, ready to record this episode. It's been a while since you've recorded. Since I recorded, too. I think it was like a month since last time I recorded. It was like almost 3 weeks since I last recorded, so...
Didn't you do... No, you did a Let's Play with...
Well, we did do a podcast episode, but that was more like... Because we were trying to do the Terminator thing for a long-ass time, but it kept on falling through, but we finally were able to get through, and we just talked about some extra stuff, so we're able to do that. How was your Thanksgiving, man?
Man, Thanksgiving was pretty fucking tight. Me and my mom, like, we don't do the whole traditional, like, turkey Thanksgiving.
Did you guys get the ham or something, or...
No ham.
No ham?
Steak.
Steak, huh?
Yeah, we've been doing that for like years because, I don't know, man. We just get to the point where it's depressing, but it's true. You know, families fall apart occasionally, especially when people are alcoholics and they don't know how to keep their shit in gear, right?
Yeah, I feel you there, man.
Yeah, you know, so like mom and grandma got tired of it, and now it's just me and my brother that go over there because it's immediate family. Right,
yeah, no drama or anything, or just stupid bull stuff that comes
my mom's
up.
like, fuck it, we ain't doing a turkey, too much work, we just gonna do some steak. So
I can't go wrong with steak. Everybody loves steak, bro.
Some people like get real picky. I don't like my steak well done.
Oh yeah,
you can't trust those people for shit, man.
You're a medium rare guy?
Oh, absolutely.
Okay,
a little bit of pink, you know what I mean? Like
I love pink. I don't mind if it's bleeding a little bit. It weirds people out, and I don't blame them because you just don't want to see blood in your food.
Yeah, most of the time for sure. Yeah.
I mean, yeah, that's good though. It's good you had a good Thanksgiving.
What about you, man?
I had two, well, technically one, because I went with my girlfriend's family. Went to his house and got super drunk.
Did you know that, or?
Yeah.
Oh,
he actually had invited me before they invited me, so.
Oh shit! Yeah. Okay. Fucking tight.
So that was pretty cool. And then I went home and my family was there, like my brother and everything.
Those are real strong, ain't they?
They're good. Yeah. Maybe I just drink too much because I'm like,
Just going in.
As I talk shit, I'm like, oh, they're nothing.
Easy now.
Do you have any plans for like the holidays or anything, like Christmas time or?
You know, not yet. I do know that I get that time off. The one cool thing about my job that I'm like discovering, no one's gonna get on your ass about attendance. You don't show up to work, you just don't get paid, and that's how they treat it. So they're like,
that's dope. They don't, that's awesome.
I mean, yeah, but even I'm like, I need that fucking money, dude.
Oh, dude, yeah, trust me, because the attendance thing, because I forgot today was Friday, and I work Fridays, and I woke up and I didn't go to work or anything, and nobody called me, nobody said anything, nobody sent me a text, and I was like, because my girlfriend came over first for a minute, it's like, today's Friday, right? Like earlier, she was like, yeah, and I was like, oh shit, I didn't go to work today. Like they're supposed to go to work, but nobody called or said anything, so I guess they had it under wraps or something.
Oh well, hey, I mean, you got drunk with your boss. Your boss will probably like pat it out with you, like, hey man, just let me know next time.
Yeah,
I'll cover it for you, dude.
Yeah, they're pretty cool about it. Like, I've shown up like 15 minutes late and nobody said anything, and so I try not to do that because I don't want them to be like pointed out or something, or like I'll fuck up and they're like, oh, you've been doing this and you've been showing up late, and I'm like, oh, no.
The only time people ever bring that up at work is when they're trying to fire you.
Yeah,
you know, it's
true.
Yeah, most of the time they don't give too much of a shit, but when it gets to be too much,
yeah,
you know, at least they give you a warning first.
True, yeah. Or by the way, but 25 will be the I want it to be the 1 year episode.
Oh.
Yeah, because December 21st was the first upload.
Mm-hmm.
So I want to do December 21st, like, so next episode.
What is that? Let me check the calendar.
So I guess we could get started. And the first topic I have was just real quick, do you see the Star Wars and the Mandalorian and all that on Disney Plus?
No, because you know your boy hasn't really been into it.
Oh, me neither. My girlfriend has Disney Plus and I haven't watched the thing. I tried to watch the Mandalorian, but I just couldn't get into it. I watched, like, me and her watched, like, the first episode.
Baby Yoda going hard, though.
Oh, that's one of the things I want to talk about. I don't like Baby Yoda, bro.
I'm not a big fan either. Like, I can see the appeal, but at the same time, it's like, we didn't need this.
Exactly.
We just have it now.
But everybody's going ham over fucking heels for Baby Yoda, and I'm like, what I'm confused is how did nobody think of this sooner?
I mean, that's a good question.
How did Baby Yoda not ever come up before? Like no fan art or anything with.
Because we've always like thought of like Yoda as just an always super old dude. He's like the Morgan Freeman of the Star Wars universe.
Exactly.
Like, he just came out old. There's no young Morgan Freeman.
Oh man.
It's just.
Yeah, I mean he'll always be. See, Morgan Freeman will be another good person to clone, bro. Just always have Morgan Freeman in fucking human history.
I think that'd be really weird. He would be the narrator to Planet Earth.
Exactly, bro. Exactly. I know you wanted your friend to come on and talk about Star Wars, but I actually haven't beat it yet.
Oh, that's totally fine.
I don't know how far I am, but as of right now, I'm fighting one of the second match. I don't want to give too many spoilers, but I'm fighting a match with one of the second big fucking person with the double lightsaber, so on Kashyyyk. So
Grievous?
No, none of these characters, like none of this.
Oh, okay.
There's only one, and like spoilers, like I said, I've been trying to avoid spoilers like fucking crazy, and I got one spoiler on our video somehow because it was in the recommended, and I was like clicking on all the videos, or making sure all the videos were like uploaded and everything, like just working right, and my coworker kind of spoiled this for me too, but I was like, because he beat it in like 2 days, and fucking.
Well, Diggs also beat it in 2 days. Like he already finished it and went back to playing Modern Warfare. It's like, why?
Yeah, I mean, I definitely want to go back and try to beat it on Jedi, or like because there's like there's like easy, normal, hard, very hard. I'm playing on hard, and I'm trying to beat it. After I beat it on hard, I want to beat it on very hard, and I'm also like exploring too. I'm not just trying to like. Just do the main
you always
story.
have those people that like just streamline the story and they're like, tight, I did everything, and they just never touch it again. Because
there's so much hidden content and like just little stuff in that game I like really just want to go over because
that's a good thing.
It's been so long. Like this is one of the things I want to talk about. It's been so long since we had a really good Star Wars like single player story mode game, and the last one that came out, I think, was actually The Force Unleashed.
Wasn't that back in like the 360 era?
Yeah, I think that was like Prime 360, like 2 or 3 years before whatchamacallit, Xbox One came out. So
probably before it was even announced, because I don't remember it being on that console.
I don't think it was, and if it was just like one of those things where like port it so there's more of a bigger library.
Yeah,
it's really cool. I like it. It's like it's kind of Dark Souls ish. I'm saying
I've seen gameplay of it, and I've watched. You and Shnerd
like
played through it, and it was super funny because this dude, he ended up beating some shit that he shouldn't have beat.
There was that boss, he beat him like the second time, like that was like Shnerd only picked up control like not even 5 minutes before that.
He doesn't even play it. So like,
especially those kinds of games. He doesn't even like Star Wars. He told me, he even said in the video he's not a Star Wars fan.
Exactly. He also went off on that tangent about how he like beat a boss.
Oh yeah, with Will.
And the way he explained Will's expression, I was like, yeah, that's exactly how he'd fucking do it.
Exactly. Right?
Look at me like, fuck you.
Yeah, dude, I just thought it was hilarious how he did that. I was like, this fool literally just fucking beat this dude.
But his strategy was a little bit cheesy.
Just run around him.
Like,
honestly, that game is a little clunky. There's like things you should get hit by, but you don't. Like, I'm not complaining because I do hate those like cheap deaths. Not saying that there aren't cheat deaths in this game, because there are. There's been times where I was like fighting people and I got knocked off, and when it respawns you, like in the nearest ledge, and I got respawned into the ledge and literally got hit by 2 different people at the same time. I already had low health and I died, and I was like, really?
Okay.
Really? Right? But it's pretty cool. It also reminds me of like some of the things like the jumping and like you have like little stuff where you like slide down. It reminds me of Tomb Raider, the newer Tomb Raider games. So it's like kind of has like that Tomb Raider, Dark Souls like kind of mixed
platforming.
Yeah, platforming. There you go. That's the perfect way to put it. Because there's a lot of platforming in that game.
Yeah, and it is really impressive. But some of the character design does seem a bit weird. Like the black chick is a bit much.
Yeah.
Like even I'm sitting here on the outskirts like, why that bitch's eyes so big?
Dude, like her eyes are hella big. Like I get like what they're trying to do. They're trying to like make
very realistic,
but her eyes are like
a little
too buggy, man. I don't know if it is fucked up or just didn't have time to fix it,
or someone just literally thought that was totally okay.
Right? They're like,
know?
dude, on point, bro.
Like some dude in QA was just like, yeah, that's the last black chick I seen. So.
Right. Oh man, I feel sorry for her model, or the person who plays the model, but
right.
I got the digital copy, dude. And I don't know if it's just the digital copy itself or the game, because I haven't really like talked to anybody besides Dan, but he has it on PC, so that might be a little different. But the digital copy sucks, dude. It's like really laggy. Takes like some places takes a second to load. Like the game will like stop and like all the stuff isn't rendered and stuff, and they got like kind of like a creamy smooth body before everything renders. You know what I mean?
No texture palette.
Yeah.
And well, I don't know, not to get like too geeky, but it could just be hardware related, and
probably
since it's a digital copy, right? It's got to go off of your hard drive, so it's reading as much as it can, as fast as it can. Whereas a hard copy.
What I don't like though,
like okay, cool.
Yeah, what I don't like is I can't play them if I'm not online.
Wait, it's a live service game?
All like a lot of those games, like if you buy a game on Xbox Live Market, you can't play it unless you actually have internet. I don't know if you need to like have Xbox Gold or anything, but you need internet for sure to play it. And that makes me kind of mad. Because the other day I had no internet, and I was like, well, fuck it.
I'm actually fucking here. That shit aggravates me so much. Because more than a couple episodes ago, I think this is back when we were in the teens, right? This is definitely when Trinidad was here.
Okay.
So it was that episode. I was talking about how we're at a point where like console gaming has gotten to the point where you no longer need the disc, but at this point, even if you buy the disc, since you don't know what's going on background, since like no one's telling you, right? Because you have to install it every time.
Exactly.
Like the closer we get to this edge where you're just paying for the license, you do not own the game anymore.
Yeah.
I would be super infuriated.
It sucks because I was gonna play it and I was like, what the fuck? I can't even play it. Like a game I just bought.
Granted, I am super guilty because I play the biggest fucking live service game imaginable.
What, Destiny?
Yeah. But at the same time, like it's not advertised as a single player game. You know, what you're playing is advertised as a single player game. And that's why it's fucked up.
Yeah, dude. Because that's happened a couple times, but
that's how Stadia is. That's why Stadia is a problem.
Hey, I'm glad you brought that up because I was actually gonna segue into that, but you did it perfectly, bro. It's right there. It's the fucking digital copies.
In that shit.
But so you have heard of that, right? You've heard of the Google service thing, the Google game.
Yeah, because I was definitely following that because, like, to an extent, I love the idea of it.
It's pretty dope, right?
Yeah. But
really? It's not the first one done?
Mm-mm.
Which one was the first? Or like what was like the...
NVIDIA or NVIDIA, however you pronounce it.
Oh, NVIDIA, yeah.
So just like how Steam works, you know, you have all of your stuff on a cloud service and you can always download it to new hardware.
Yeah.
But the way Steam is once you download this game and it's a single player game, you have it permanently. You can play it offline, no problem. Stadia doesn't work that way. And Stadia is really fucked up and shitty.
It's like streaming in a way. It's like literally like watching Netflix when you stream it, but it's like gaming, right?
Yeah, you only own the license to play the game. You don't own the game. There's no physical copy. You don't have it on a hard drive. If Google Stadia's service is down, you ain't playing your favorite game.
Or if you just have shitty internet.
It's so fucking aggravating because like that's so unfair to gamers just in general, you know.
I did check the price for it, but it did get mixed reviews. But like the main problem is what you're saying is like that streaming service and shit, and
because like you can't play Witcher unless you're online.
Like especially I heard fighting games. Those are like stuff you want to stay away from because like they're playable. Like if we do like how we do like just play it on like if we're just playing like right here, me and you just played it, it'd be okay. But if you're trying to play with somebody online, it's not the like. From what I heard, multiplayer games you want to stay away from if you own it. But if you have single player games, that's like your best bet right now. Is to just stick with those things so you don't fucking. We get lag. At least I get lag on my Xbox from fucking.
I mean, I get lag on a fucking computer with a dedicated line.
So,
It happens. Yeah, can't avoid it.
And then I've even heard people saying like one day it'll just perfect, no problem, everything's good, and then the next day it'll be all just like wonky and fucking
Cattywampus.
yeah, just unplayable. It's funny because you brought up the digital copy and stuff, and I think for the technology is just not there yet.
Yeah, I
When I
also agree.
when I buy a disc and I put it in, it's just like a couple seconds faster. You know what I mean? Like I don't have to wait that.
But the couple seconds does matter. I'm cool off that. I'm gonna coast it. But the technology isn't there, but I don't think it ever should go in that direction.
You don't think it'll ever go in that direction?
I don't think it should. It will, but I don't think it should.
Because I think the tech just is not there yet. But I think in the future, I think that'll be a cool thing for gaming, like just being able to just play a game wherever, whenever.
Yeah.
There are those people who do like to collect the games and have the physical copy.
I mean, shit. I have an obsolete collection of games over there too.
You'd probably talk to a million YouTubers that would be like, "You want to look at?"
Oh yeah, and they're like,
look
"Nah, I still got cartridges, nigga."
like AVGN has like fucking.
Dude, Angry Video Game Nerd is my damn favorite.
Dude, he's the best, bro. You see that new one he just released with Spawn?
Yeah,
It was awesome, right?
yeah, it was. It was pretty sick.
Yeah.
So I didn't play any of the Spawn games as a kid. 'Cause I didn't know they were.
The one he talked all the shit about, the Super Nintendo one,
Mm-hmm.
that's the one I remember playing.
Oh shit, that one didn't even look that bad. But
I remember it was like
Super
fucking
Nintendo,
awesome, but this is like one of those things. I was a little kid. I had so much fucking time, so I could literally spend hours on it and just like not care or like worry about what the fuck's going on. You know?
Yeah.
It's definitely not there yet, but I think like in my opinion, just being able to kind of just like how you just pop on Netflix and just like, oh, I'm gonna choose this. You know what I mean? I'll watch this show, or like I can play, like I'm gonna play Destiny, or I'm gonna play Star Wars, I'm gonna play Call of Duty. Like I think that's a pretty cool idea, just to be like,
Sure.
yeah.
But at this very moment, at like, I don't know, when you have like better alternatives as far as performance goes, I just wouldn't fuck with it.
Yeah, me neither.
Because no one's got fiber optic internet. Like,
and you don't want to be the guinea pig either.
Yeah, I'm basically still using a fucking DSL line.
Yeah.
But it's just fed through a coax cable, so it's a little bit more responsive, and it's not a phone jack. So
yeah.
a little
Thank
bit
God,
better.
not a phone jack.
Right, dude. So like, yeah, sure, it goes past what DSL can do, but the majority of people out there, like the best internet for the most average person does not exceed a gigabyte.
Yeah.
When you need gigabyte speed in order to see that type of performance, it's the wrong time to fucking deliver.
I think
something like
I saw like a little chart because I watched like a little like 5-minute review, and like this person put up like their chart, and they said that you need something like, if I remember it correctly.
Then my estimation is totally wrong. Gigabyte.
But at the same time, there's these people who are like, they do have like great connection and all that stuff, but like they're saying like one day it's good, but the next day.
But they live in like high-rise areas, like super posh. Provided is Oakland. But
I was gonna say, what was that called? Something Valley, Silicon Valley.
Silicon Valley. That's super far away from us, but
isn't it in Frisco? Only reason I say that is because the Warriors.
Palo Alto.
The Warriors were going from. They went from Oakland to San Francisco, which is just across the bridge for anybody who doesn't know.
True.
And then that's like a lot of things what people are saying was Silicon Valley. I think maybe
Silicon Warriors. That's kind of tight.
Yeah.
As long as the colors don't change. Everyone's trying to move operations to San Francisco and just make it more expensive. So that way, when a really good earthquake hits, that's a lot of fucking money.
What do you think would be worse? Frisco getting hit by like a huge earthquake, or LA?
Frisco.
Yeah, they're right there at the fucking.
So this goes off on like it's not even related to video games at this point.
We'll keep in it, but I can probably guarantee there's probably people that if they're listening to this right now, they're like from SoCal, like, oh whoa, let's not overreact on Frisco.
Maybe, yeah.
But no, for real, Frisco I think would be bad too.
That's because we live in the valley
and the ocean right there too.
Yeah,
the tsunami that could possibly come after.
It's when I look at Frisco on a map, if I'm like correct, it's like right in the middle of this like fucking archipelago, I think is what you're supposed to call it. The water like rushes in and it fills around it, but you can't tell there's land way the fuck out there because
like Alcatraz and shit, like little islands like
Earth
that.
isn't fucking flat.
Yeah. I mean, there's people who aren't. No, I'm just kidding. I think that flat Earth thing is kind of disappearing. I don't really hear much about it.
I hope it is.
I don't hear much about it.
Neither do I, but I'm not looking for it anymore.
Me neither. I mean? Nobody's talking about it. Our phones heard about it, so they're about to throw in our fucking algorithms now.
Dude, I'd laugh at it. I'd be like, oh shit, this is happening. I'm gonna watch the whole documentary.
Dude, that's just crazy how people really thought that fucking the Earth was flat. But with that Frisco thing, yeah, because that little thing that you're talking about, because there's Berkeley right there and shit, and there's Frisco and there's Oakland, and they're all like literally within fucking miles within each other, like the fucking like city limits and shit. Yeah. So they're like really like kind of stuck right there. So one would just be Frisco that's getting hit too. Like Oakland would probably be affected. Fucking like UC Davis and all that. UC Davis, fucking Berkeley and all that stuff. And
yeah, Berkeley, Oakland for sure. UC Davis is like way off, but
yeah, that's over here. Or Davis. I mean,
still,
like the
yeah. Maybe even Vallejo might fucking get a little bit of ruckus because people like have to leave.
Six Flags and shit.
Yeah, so they'll come inward, and I don't know, homeless people are gonna be fucking everywhere. So
yeah,
kind of shitty.
That's what makes Frisco bad, in my opinion, is the homeless.
You got motherfuckers out there shitting in trash cans, dude.
On the street, they'll shit in front of you, bro.
I ain't
be like, what are you looking at?
I'd be like, you nigga.
You ever seen a bum shit before?
Nah, I'd promptly be like, no. You need toilet paper. Wash your hands, G.
It would be horrible to be a bum in Frisco, like all through the cold weather and
like real cold. Like they don't get snow, but I'm sure it gets below
ocean
freezing,
weather, dude.
like in that little area.
And then when it gets all foggy and shit, that gets that random fog.
Yeah.
You ever been there when it's like that?
No. Maybe as like a kid, and I just can't remember. But
dude, one time
all water under the bridge.
One time I went there and we went to the little the fort right next to the Golden Gate Bridge, and it was just all foggy. You couldn't see anything. It was crazy. It blew my mind. And I guess like one of the facts is like that was one of the ways that we were able to hold down the floors, because when people try to attack us, and like it was like kind of like a natural defense at times, and like it came like it's just one of the things that it came
history lesson.
Yeah, it was weird. Like it was pretty crazy to think, because it was like kind of like the Russians with snow and Napoleon. Yeah, it was just like a natural thing where it's like we're used to it, we know where everything is, but if like you come here, you're gonna fucking it's like put a blindfold on and walking into the middle of the street.
Yeah, that's how like if it was as a kid.
Yeah.
Yeah, because like we're right there next to the Air Force Base, so it's nothing but field, right? Yeah. It's at that like perfect elevation where it's a little bit humid, but like not really. So all the fucking moisture would just turn into fog. And like I used to ride my bike in that shit. Like,
yeah, we're there. Basically, it gets hella
thick fog, dude. It's crazy.
In general.
Yeah. Like little pocket areas, it'll get it pretty bad.
Dude, have you ever seen that? Have you ever seen that place at night where it gets hella foggy? Apparently, not that whole like where that park is back there, next to the elementary school. Mm-hmm. Apparently, that used to be like a little pond.
That's why.
That's what I was wondering too.
That just means the air is settling naturally there. Yeah. And it just smoothes on in.
Remember, he was the one who told me that, and then he also said the reason when he was younger, pretty much drained it and covered it up because I guess a kid drowned in there.
Oh fuck!
I don't know. Like I'm gonna have to like I should probably look it up and like look into the records.
I mean, maybe because he was an old chap, dude, and like
he's been there forever.
Yeah.
So that was a crazy rant.
Yeah.
I want to kind of go on this little DLC rant here.
Oh, okay.
But the first one I want to talk about, and I thought it was already out, but I know you know a lot more than I do about it because it's the Destiny Season Dawn.
Yes.
So what should I be looking for in this
Season of Dawn?
Yeah.
Dude, this expansion's pretty big, but I would say it's a lot bigger to veterans of the story.
Okay. So
to really paint the picture, like it has something definitely for people that started playing Destiny during Destiny 2's year one, like that vanilla state. Yeah. Because that's when Osiris was actually introduced as a character. You know, he had his whole little DLC saga.
Gotcha.
He's getting another one. That's what Season of Dawn is. But it goes a lot deeper. So like OGs, like if you were paying attention or reading any of the lore in Destiny 1 back when we used to play, right? There was a Titan that was named Saint 14.
Which, to be fair, back then it wasn't that much slower.
No, it wasn't. All that shit was hidden, and you had to find it.
Yeah. That's not what the game was back then. It was all about getting epic and legendary items.
Back then, like, it was a whole different game. Now it's easier and more streamlined, but, like, you had to work for every little fraction of level you got, and that shit was an accomplishment. You're like, hey, I'm 50% to level 30. What's good?
Damn.
Like, that's when shit used to be tight.
Yeah.
Like,
I remember that, too. I was just like, it was fun, but after a while it just got tiring.
Saint 14 is a really important character. He's a Titan. You know, for people that know what the Vanguard is and who Zavala is, I believe in the lore, Saint 14 was supposed to be the Titan Vanguard before Zavala.
Okay.
But he was like, fuck it, I'm just commander, right?
Damn.
Anyway, the reason why this one's big is because Osiris was like direct homeboys with Saint 14. He was like, yo, that's my man's right here, son. So when they went to go do this invasion on a Vex portal, it fucked up big time because the Vex are like, yo, we command time. Saint 14 supposedly died fighting countless Vex. Totally not the fucking case, because in Season of Dawn, they're showing trailers of this dude being resurrected. So no one knows what the fucking story is yet. But there was hints back when Curse of Osiris came out, where you go and you find the remains of Saint 14. And you find out that he's may not be dead, but you only find like this little pocket dimension or pocket timeline that the Vex made to secure his ghost.
So you said you find like his some type of remains that could possibly be him or like
basically. So just how like the Terminator is really crazy with timelines.
Yeah. And any timeline unless it's linear is fucking
bingo.
Yeah.
So this isn't a linear timeline, but because Vex control time, and they can also create alternate realities in time. Basically, like if you drew a map and it just went like this, and this is the pocket dimension that like Saint 14 is in, but because this is also a reality that the Vex made and control, his ghost is stuck here. And since there's all these other fucking streams outward, right, Osiris has been bouncing through him to find his ghost.
Shit.
So they can resurrect him. That's why, like, it's kind of a big deal if you're a lore, like nerd or a lore geek, because it's fucking big. I mean, this like iconic Titan that just died comes back and he's like, "Hey, what's up, y'all niggas? Remember me?" Like, it's pretty fucking sick. That's if you're an OG of the game, but for new fans,
it's just kind of like it's gonna go right over their heads, kind of.
Big time.
Maybe watch do a little research on YouTube, just do some background checks or something.
Oh, for sure.
What about the gear? Is there any like new gear there, like flexing or like showing up, trying to show off?
Yes, and we don't have a lot of information on it yet. So you know how every season there's always some new weapons, some new exotics getting thrown into the game
that everybody wants.
They haven't shown everything, so we know about like an exotic hand cannon and maybe a scout rifle is coming out. But every season there's also these weapons that are supposed to be pinnacle weapons, or they renamed them to seasonal ritual weapons.
Okay, yeah.
Think of like...
You said seasonal, so that says everything, right?
Yeah,
I need to know.
But not just that, like in terms of power, think of like how exotics had these really wild ass perks.
Yeah.
Remember any of the exotics that were your favorite?
Not really. I just maybe a shotgun online that was like, I don't know if on the online had anything to do with the exotics or anything. No, just like maybe like what they can do. There was a shotgun that was, I think you could shoot it like pretty fast or something.
Oh, invective.
Yeah, something.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Like a red shotgun with like red lights and shit on it.
I just remember killing a lot of people with it because I remember getting killed with it, and then I finally got it and I was so happy about it.
I don't remember what the perk was on that, but every exotic weapon has this ultra special perk that's only on that exotic, right?
Yeah.
So pinnacle weapons, they take the form of an exotic, but it's still a legendary. So it has that one wild ass perk that shouldn't fucking exist, but it doesn't take up an exotic slot. So you can still use an exotic weapon, but also this broken piece of fucking shit.
Yeah.
Right? So those have been toned down. That's coming in this season, I'm sure, but we don't know what the fuck it is, and it's not going to be as good as it used to be. So there's a lot. But if you're not a big fan of Destiny, it'd be like playing Warframe.
Okay.
You know, it's niche for sure. It just depends on what you're looking for.
It's 100% different than what it was back then. Like, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, true. Because they did get a lot of flack for all that stuff.
Yeah.
But the fan base was loyal, and people came to it, and like I look at gameplay and stuff, and it looks like a fun ass game. Like especially if you get like a good like if you get like a good crew you can just roll with and stuff.
Oh yeah, for sure. I don't believe we're getting an actual raid, right? So raids always end time shit, end game, big boy, fucking big dick static, right? Like we're not getting one this season, but we're getting like a 6-player activity, which is kind of cool. But at the same time, it could be really lackluster without a new raid in the game. Like we won't see anything important. We won't see anything big change until then, But it's to be expected.
So you excited for it?
Oh yeah, 100%. Because like at this point, I think they have it balanced now. They have like a general time frame of how much content they can produce and push out, and then keep that running until everybody runs out of shit. And now they got to release more.
Yeah.
So I think they got a good balance on it now, because I just now kind of finished and settled into the season and was looking at like, okay, now the only thing I can do is push my level, right? So it's definitely well balanced for sure.
It's good to hear, dude. Fucking, Call of Duty just released their little season, their season pass, and it's free.
Okay.
It's free, so they got that going for them pretty good. They released, because I play Call of Duty Modern Warfare, the new one, and I enjoy it a lot, dude. It's pretty fun. It's really fun. It's literally Battlefield 4 with perks and kill streaks.
Okay.
Yeah.
So are we talking about exploding scenery now, or?
That'd be my one big complaint, is you can't blow up buildings.
We're not there yet.
Yeah. Okay. Because when we play Battlefield, like if somebody's like sniping in like a building,
yeah,
you
just be like, blow up the entire building.
Exactly.
Fuck you, dude.
And even then, like when they'll get hurt too. So like if you're like you blow up the building and they're low health, they could possibly die. So it's like it's a chain of reaction. It wasn't just it wasn't just exposing them. It was also you put potential.
I remember when Battlefield 4 came out and we were playing the beta. Do you remember the one big tower in the center, because it was on a China map? Yeah, the whole thing would get fucked.
That's what everybody would do within like the first 2 minutes of the.
Go straight to it, blow that shit up, call it good, dude.
Oh yeah,
that was awesome stuff.
I do enjoy the Call of Duty game though. It is like what Call of Duty should have been years ago. Like especially Modern Warfare, because they've been there ever since Ghost.
I was gonna say the same shit. Once the Ghost saga came out, I didn't even recognize it anymore. Like it wasn't Call of Duty. It wasn't what I.
And people caught them reusing like scenarios,
animations and shit.
Yeah, animations from older Call of Duties and stuff, and it was just like, what the fuck?
I mean, they could play some cool narrative there if they had good writers, and they're like, yeah, because war never changes. Yeah, it'd be cool, but like they didn't do that. So
fucking I think they were. I could be wrong, but I think Black Ops 3. I think that was the last one they used for the Unreal Tournament.
Okay.
It was like using like a heavily modded fucking version of Unreal Tournament.
Dude, Unreal Tournament's like movement is really fucking fast.
Bethesda didn't they just release that game, or did they just showed it off a few years ago, or like earlier this year, like last year?
I don't even recall, dude.
I could have sworn because I think they showed it off. They showed Doom too, or the new Doom. I think they were showing off there.
Yeah.
Because I'm subscribed to them, and they were like
the IGN.
YouTube.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Not the magazines. No one fucking gets those magazines anymore. I saw some dude at work reading a Game Informer, and I was like,
if I got a
relic.
yeah, If I got a Game Informer, I'm just keeping it to keep it. Just like
For sure, dude. I'd probably wrap it in something.
I have all my Game Informers from like fucking like 2003. Like I have some that my brother like never used. I think the oldest one I have is probably like maybe 1999, like 2000.
What the fuck?
Yeah, I have like a
That's
huge.
wild.
I have all my strategy guides. I have all that stuff. I especially kept the ones for like Majora's Mask. I have one of the Final Fantasy.
Dude, those are probably worth a little bit of pocket money.
Yeah.
I guarantee somebody, like, if it's in good condition, somebody will probably pay maybe like buyer's price on it. Like when you bought
They're
it
probably
the first
not
time.
good condition because they were my brothers before mine.
Oh
so.
shit. Yeah.
And they've been sitting under my bed for like years. So I mean, they could be good, but
It might just be dusty.
Yeah.
That's it. Yeah.
I still have my old like my 2016 Game Informers because every time I go to buy a game at GameStop, they're like, "Oh, you have enough points to renew your subscription." So I'm like, "Yeah, fuck it. Send me magazines I'll look at when I poop once and then just never look at again.
Just leave it in the bathroom."
A few other little things I want to throw out here for this. Brawlhalla, you remember that game?
Yeah.
I still play that every now and then. And they released characters. The last character.
Honestly, a solid game.
Yeah, it is. It's free, and they have free characters, and they like it's you could buy your characters, or you could just play, grind it out, and buy the characters.
That's right. Game, because you have ones that are on like free rotation and shit.
Exactly, which I wish more games had.
But League does that. I think Paladins might do it too, right?
I haven't played Paladins in a while, honestly.
Fuck it.
I have like fucking so much money in that game. Look for like how much I play those. I could buy like every character. I have like 50 million coins or some shit.
Shit, that's a ton.
But they just released a new few characters, and I know you're not gonna. This guy sitting with the anime shirt is not gonna like this one. They released Steven Universe characters. His little
no. Why?
The Afro, like technically the black girl, the black crystal, like the sisters or whatever, the ones that protect him. I don't know what they're called. Sorry, fans.
I don't either. I'm sorry, but I'm also not sorry. Grow up and watch anime like an adult. You know what I'm saying, dude.
I mean, from what I remember from the first season, it was pretty cool. So I don't know what it was.
I'm sure, because like even I thought Gumball was pretty tight.
You like Gumball? That show sucked, dude.
Like when it first came out, I was like, "This is really interesting. Animation style is pretty cool."
They did have.
And then they tried to get like too woke, and I'm like, "No, stop making this a children's show. This isn't where it's supposed to be. Get the fuck out of here."
But going back to the free rotating characters and everything, I wish more games kind of did that stuff, or like free rotating kind of, especially fighting games. I don't know if Fighters does that, but they should do that.
I would appreciate that a lot too. Because I wouldn't have spent probably $160 at this point on Street Fighter V when I don't really play the game like I used to. So if we had like each week we'd have some of the DLC characters from season 2, 3, 4, like at random times. Like that would change the gameplay for us a lot.
Yeah.
And everyone else that casually plays the game.
Yeah.
Like Gil from Street Fighter 3.
Yeah.
Being added to Street Fighter 5.
Yeah.
That's kind of fucking weird.
What do you think about that?
It shouldn't happen.
Is he OP or something, or?
How much of Street Fighter 3 did you play like growing up?
A little bit at my house and mostly like a lot of Josh's house on his fucking.
Oh yeah, on the laptop.
Yeah.
I remember that shit. That was the first time like we all used to get shit faced.
Yeah. And we'd fucking play on that little laptop, just like literally the keyboards, and we'd sit right next to each other.
Shit was tight. But so Gil he's an arcade boss.
Yeah.
Kind of like how Bison used to be back in like the Street Fighter 2 era.
Street Fighter Alpha 3.
Yeah.
God damn, that fool was so hard to beat. It was fucking so annoying.
Right. So Street Fighter 3 has Gil, and Gil's a lot like Urian because they're brothers, I believe. That's like the story behind it.
Yeah, I saw his little release trailer and they were both.
He was a character that had a fucking resurrection ability. So you
I remember that.
Yeah, you remember that shit? So it'd be like fucking, you're up one match, he's up one match, and you just KO'd him, and he has full meter, and he just goes, resurrection. And you're like, fuck! I gotta do it again?
Jeez, that's pretty cheap, but.
It takes away from iconic status, maybe. it takes that away from the character, and it just normalizes him to, yeah, but anybody can play him now. It's not the same way. If you fought Gil, it's like, oh shit, you really play Street Fighter.
I wonder who thought like, oh, let's add Gil like of all the Street Fighter characters.
I don't know, man. Capcom they're trying to figure out how to do the DLC thing since they've never really done it.
Yeah.
They did, but it was all cosmetics. But now they see that the way the money is flowing, you got to stay competitive and you have to keep pulling in money, otherwise no one's going to fund your company anymore.
Yeah.
So if they don't do something like this, Capcom's going to go underwater and we won't have like any more 25th, 35th, 40th anniversary titles ever coming out again.
That's true, because they have been out for hella fucking long. Man.
Shit, longer than we've been alive, bro.
Yeah,
like
one of the few companies that could actually brag about that too and be like 30th, 40th, 35th. Yeah.
Most companies are like 5 years.
For
like,
real.
Nigga, you can't go to school yet.
Why don't fighting games release more stages? That's for me as a person who loves fighting games and like can get into them. I don't mind paying for characters. I could care less about paying for a character. I wouldn't mind 3 or 4 free stages a year. Maybe that's like pushing it, but like that'd be pretty sick, you know what I mean? Like be like, hey, you buy this game, there'll be DLC, but hey, we'll be making new stages as long as you guys are playing.
Yeah,
and
that's probably what Killer Instinct could have done to like keep their game.
I think a lot, even Fighters. I feel like Fighters is lackluster, and then I get it because there's only so many Dragon Ball Z stages you can do, but put me on like Kami House. You know what I mean? Put me on the.
Hold up.
Put me on.
They don't have Kami House.
They don't have Kami House. They don't have the Lookout. They don't have Goku's house. They don't. Just give me little things like. Put me like out in the ocean.
What
fighting
was the
in the
tower
ocean.
called? You remember the tower that like when back in Dragon Ball where Goku had to climb?
Corn's Tower.
Yeah.
So
the very finally gets to that tower and it's
they can fight him there. That'd be pretty sick.
That shit should be in the game.
Or even at the very bottom where the Dragon Ball, like you're saying, the original, where it had the little fucking Goku's homies, the little Indian people.
Oh, fuck, I don't remember that.
And that's when he fought General Tao and shit, and he fucking kicked the grenade into his face. Fucking, he got the shit beat out of him by General Tao. He climbed Corn's Tower, came back down, fucking fought him again, and like learned after image, and so General Tao couldn't keep up with his speed.
So I remember watching after he learned that, and everybody's like, "Why are there 2 of them?"
Yeah,
I remember that shit.
Because he went up to Corn's Tower. No. Yeah, he went to Corn's Tower. He drank the water, and that's what made him believe he was fucking. Like, he's like, oh, I drank the sacred water, I'm so strong, but it was like a placebo effect.
Yeah.
So when he came back down, he was like, I'm so much stronger. And fucking.
It's like, Goku, you had it in you all the time.
You fucking alien. But yeah, he fucking beat the crap out of Tao. He's like, did the little signature fist up Goku pose, like, head tilted and stuff, like, get out of here. And he was like, oh, I'm so sorry, let me live. And he threw a grenade, fucking jumped hella high, and Goku just kicked that shit up, and he was like, oh! Just blew him right in his face.
It's pretty violent now you think about it. Like, back when that shit came out, like, that was probably
that was for kids, too.
Yeah, like wait a second.
This is this is G, rated G for everybody.
Wait, but he just blew that guy up with a grenade! Like, what?
That was a Japanese version, though. I don't think until like later Toonami started showing that, but
and they blurred out a lot because I remember that was the first time I realized shit was edited for TV.
Yeah.
Because I remember like Goku being naked, but there was like this cloud that was just floating around in like the weirdest possible way. Like it didn't fit the animation.
Yeah.
It was all like out of frame and just bouncing. I was like, fuck is that shit? And then they did the same thing for Bulma, and you're like, there's something ain't right here, even as a kid.
The first time I knew it was all cut and like cut up is I saw it was at my cousin's house and he had cable and we didn't have cable, and he was Dragon Ball Z came on at like 9:00, and I remember being amazed. I was like, what? Because Dragon Ball Z came on at like 4:00. You know what I mean? And like we're on basic like whatever we had, and I just remember Goku was like. He was fighting Frieza and something happened. He was like, fuck. And I was like, Goku just said fuck? I'll never forget that. I really was like, Goku said fuck? And like, I remember looking around because this is like me, like a 4-year-old kid watching Dragon Ball Z.
Right.
In the 90s doing their own thing. So I'm watching in the basement by myself, watching cartoons and anime and shit. And I just remember being like, oh, Goku said fuck. Like, whoa, that blew my mind. And still to this day, it's like crystal clear.
It's like hearing fucking Hyusuke Urameshi just go, "You bastard!"
Right? Oh yeah, Dragon Ball Z Fighters released the new Broly character, and apparently everybody loves him.
It's just a big ass mountain.
He's just with the whole DLC. They were the first to be announced. GT Goku or Broly, the new Super Broly, like the new movie that came out, Broly and Blue Gogeta. Those are the first ones to be announced back. What was like February when they first announced the DLCs, and they just both got released these like past month, pretty much like a month and a half. And we got Videl, Jiren, GT Goku, Janemba, and then we got these two.
Yeah. So
looking at these characters and how they're like, everything was with them is like hella polished, everything looks hella nice. So you can tell they just focus on making these two. This was like the fucking selling point for the DLC pack. And now that they're here, it's like
lackluster.
Remember how I was telling you last time how Gogeta had all these like specials and everything just seemed hella over the top? It's not lackluster. I just feel like it's more they favored these ones. They're like, let's get these ones done, send them out, and then we're gonna favor these ones because
I mean you get that with just about any game.
Yeah,
it's just if you're keen to seeing it or not.
Gogeta and Broly specials. Excuse me, their specials they're gorgeous, dude. They're fucking beautiful. But everybody else's specials like alright. Like GT Goku, they
don't get 5 stars.
But
you know, GT like 1 or 2.
Yeah, I mean GT Goku's super special when he turned into Super Saiyan for Goku, the fucking monkey version.
Yeah, that's always been a weird like Super Saiyan. Like I get it, but like.
But it was GT Goku, so he turned Super Saiyan 4, which I thought it was like that was like probably the best Super. And
does he stay that way throughout the rest of the game then?
So it's like one of those things where if he does it regular, like if you have 3 characters, if you have all characters, he does like a regular special. But if one dies, he gets a boost for special. And each character that dies, he gets a little extra bonus for his super special.
So he has to be like the anchor.
Kind of.
Yeah. Okay.
Well, he definitely is an anchor. It's just one of those things where it's like, you know it's coming, but you can't do it unless you do it into a combo. Like if you tried, you could probably do it raw. They're gonna see that coming.
Then it's a whiff punish. Yeah,
exactly.
Sure.
They definitely did favor like looking at, because I haven't played Broly, but I played Gogeta a little bit, and looking at the specials and the super specials and the attacks and everything they have, you can definitely tell like that's why they wanted to have. It's literally like 6-7 months to.
I bet that's why Gil is getting introduced into Street Fighter V. He's the only one that they just up and shown. And I think it was like for a preview for a Capcom Cup.
Okay.
Right? So he's supposed to be released either this year or the starting of next year. But it's the only character. So we don't know what the fuck's coming out after him.
Yeah. Oh, okay. So you don't have like a. Okay.
Yeah, there's no roster. So I don't even know what the fuck's going on with that game anymore.
That's what they did with the Fighters 2 for the DLC. Like every a couple of weeks before we get a leak, a quote unquote leak. Somebody's leaked
update.
It. Right. Exactly, a dev update. Fucking, that's what they should call it. But
most games are honest about that. They're like, yeah, this is just a dev update. Like, you know, the development team's cracking one of these out. I don't know. We might have it done before the start of next season. We don't know yet. We're just working on it.
Was it 2018? So it was pretty much made almost 2 years ago. And I know the base characters for the game, and even the first DLC characters, aren't going to have as much attention to detail. You know what I mean?
Right.
I just feel like
the base game characters are what they kind of designed the game around, but now they can develop characters around how the game is being played.
Exactly.
So that's probably where the newer cast is coming from and why their tools work a certain way.
But also because they have dramatic finishes. And so pretty much if you have like Goku and Frieza fight on Namek and you kill Frieza with like that's the last character, Frieza's the last character to kill him, you get a dramatic finish where he turns Super Saiyan. He's like, oh, this is over, Frieza. All of them are pretty sick, but good that one with Broly and dude, that's like a minute long, and all the other ones are like 30 seconds. The max. This one's like it's literally like portraying the fucking movie.
If you get
they show character,
plays,
they even made a character model that is in the movie for that dramatic finish. So there's a character model that will never be played, you'll never see besides doing that.
Fuck.
Like with it, for Goku for turning Super Saiyan, there's Krillin. You know what I mean? Like they have that Krillin model, so you play. This is just a person that Broly is gonna start fucking in the anime. It sounds weird if you don't know what I'm talking about, but this is pretty much his Chi-Chi and Bulma or whatever.
That's a female character, right?
Yeah. And she literally has all the Dragon Balls.
Right.
She's not a Namekian, but she's like this little fucking. She looks like that fucking the happy person from the Pixar movie where they're all emotions. The guy's fire.
Fuck, I don't even know because I didn't watch that shit.
Well,
I know what character you're talking about.
It's like Inside Out or something like that.
No, I was gonna say I know what that character is because I've seen a couple of comics with her in.
Yeah.
Special comics that shouldn't be named on the show.
Oh.
Anyway.
Can't had a couple.
So happens.
You know, I remember stumbling upon that and being like, "What the fuck?" But then, like a year later, people were talking about it on this one show on Comedy Central, and I was like, "Okay, at least I'm not the only one that thinks it's weird." Yeah. Well, I'm not the only one who knew about it because I was like, "What the fuck? This is crazy."
Anybody that lives on the internet knows about Rule 34.
Yeah. Oh, definitely. The whole Broly thing, I really feel that they favored them, and I don't know. I really don't know what the fuck they're gonna, what the scene's gonna be for fighters anymore.
I mean, it's one of those games. You ever play Blaze Blue or Guilty Gear?
Guilty Gear, yeah, and I've seen some of Blaze Blue gameplay.
It's super niche.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, they keep developing more and more for it, but it's a special community for it. It falls off after a while. Like, shit stops making sense to most people, and it's like, I don't want to fucking touch this game. You know.
So I guess we could skip forward a little bit to the anime. Is there I want to ask you about the My Hero Academy because you said that was coming. That's.
Oh yeah, dude! I've been watching that. I've been keeping up to date with it.
How's it been so far, up to this recording?
Dude, I hate to say it because it's definitely like a fan favorite, but it goes kind of up there in the level of fandom with like Dragon Ball and Dragon Ball Z. Like you know it's just gonna keep adding on, and they're just gonna keep presenting more and more villains, so the heroes can get powerful and more powerful, and they can just keep going.
Yeah.
Just fuck it, why not?
Yeah.
So it's definitely turning into one of those, but they're slowly getting out of the schooling phase. Now they're doing like actual work as heroes and shit. So
I'm hoping there's like some heroes that turn to villains.
There might be, dude.
That'd be pretty sick.
Yeah, there might be, because like Bakugo could just become a villain. And
I want to see him. I want to see an arc where he looks like the villain and he's like always appearing up doing his own thing, but you don't find out. And then like he starts fucking beefing with the main dude, and
right.
Then
he always has been. So
that's what I mean. That would make it so much easier. Like, oh, so you have been a fucking asshole this whole time. He's like, nah, dude, you're fucking wrong. He's like, fuck you. He's like, you don't know. Then just fucking beat the shit out of each other for no reason, and then the real dude comes up after they're both done, like, you're a fucking dumbass. I get the fucking all the most powerful dudes are out of the way now. I'm gonna beat the shit out of everybody.
It may be like that because I would say the most iconic villain in the series so far.
That dude with the little hand face?
Yeah, sure. You got the hand guy. I don't know his name because I don't think he's that fucking cool. And then you also have this other guy
that's VR hands.
Yeah, the other dude who has like this weird fucking mask, and he's like the Yakuza for some reason.
Oh yeah.
Right. Yeah, these characters, but you know they're just arcs.
Yeah.
Right. So the main villain is still All for One. I wouldn't be surprised. Like, we finally get to a point where, since he's not dead, he's just being held captive in a super high-tech facility. Well, we got him under lock and key. He's not going anywhere. Like, that's a fucking joke, right?
Yeah.
It should get to a point where he's actually released, but, you know, he just gets to do his little spiel about how people are all evil. Like, no one should have power like this. This is why I'm taking it. Why? And then Deku's just like, wait, I don't know if this is evil or not. He's got a point. Villains are just bad people, but if I lose my power... You know what I'm saying? Like, that's totally feasible. But it needs like 200-something fucking episodes, so... Yeah, it's a shonen, and it's always going to be a relevant thing. So it's overplayed at this point.
It's going to be like you were saying, like Bleach or fucking One Piece.
Bleach had like 4 seasons. And like
Inuyasha, one of the ones we brought up last time.
Back. Yeah, dude.
It just keeps on going on and on.
No one's putting all those fucking shards together. No, that shit's not possible. You know? Like,
yeah.
But it's cool for what it is. I can respect it. It's definitely one of those weekly animes you can watch as a kid or just some fucking shit.
It just kind of seemed like they had they had the story wrapped up in maybe like, I don't know what chapters or like how issues are. Let's say they had it wrapped up in like 50 issues.
Right.
But they didn't expect to fucking blow up how they did or something. And then they're like, let's rewrite the whole thing, guys. Or like, let's see how far we can keep these tethers going.
Let's put them in school now. Wait, let's give them work projects.
Yeah.
You know? Let's introduce a new villain.
But it makes sense, though, you know? Like, once you start making money, and it's like serious flat cash flow, and you're like,
Mandalorian. Yeah. Here we go. We here now.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Baby Yoda. Everybody loves it for whatever reason.
It's
never understand.
Baby fucking Yoda, man.
Literally. He used the Force before he doesn't even know he's a fucking Jedi yet. That's Anakin fucking Skywalker shit, bro.
Right?
What about Dr. Stoney Baloney?
Dude, okay, Dr. Stone can actually have an ending. Like,
I've heard great things. I haven't watched it yet.
Good.
Not just from you. Like, I did a little research on my own just to be like, you know, I'm trying to find. I could watch it on demand on Toonami.
Oh, dude, that's right. I forgot.
But
they actually introduced that and Fire Force, which is pretty wild. Like, I didn't expect that.
I don't know about Fire Force, but I want to wait probably until like January for like when all the episodes or whatever, or so I can at least binge like a good like 4 or 5 episodes. So
you already can. I think last time I checked, it was already at episode 12.
Oh shit!
So yeah, On Demand's got like a fucking ton of them. And for niggas that don't know, we talking about a cable package from Comcast. All right,
On Demand, baby.
That sums that up. But it's pretty sick.
I like to watch sports. That's why. Yeah, dude.
Cool. That's because I'm like.
So Dr. Stone, he smoked so much weed he turned stoned.
Nah, dude, he bring fucking people back from being statues with fucking sulfuric acid and bat poop.
Bat poop, but like how King of the Hill.
It went into. So the reason why Dr. Stone's really fucking tight. So every typical anime you see now has like these overly dramatic super fantasy powers. Dr. Stone is not like that. The dude's just a fucking super genius. As a kid, he was like, I'm going to space. And everybody was like, nah, that's a joke. But that's a cool dream. And he was like, nah, I'm dead ass. And then he just became
And then all of a sudden something just closed over him and he flew into space.
I mean, that'd be fucking sick. Right? There's this one show that I gotta definitely introduce you to, but I don't remember what it was. We can get into that another time, because it's kind of like Japan's version of Robot Chicken.
What? Those 2 little girls or whatever?
Yes,
Yeah. Dude, that was hilarious.
I love that show. It's fucking sick.
It's so... I remember I looked at it, I was like, what the fuck?
And like, this isn't real. And then you found out it's real. You're like, yo!
That show. I used to watch a lot of that stuff, but I stopped. I used to watch a lot of it on YouTube, but I stopped because I just get the same like English version, and then I get the Japanese version, and then all of a sudden you start getting like French.
Well, what you need is the
and then like
version
Mexican
and the male version. Yeah.
Well, I'm talking about like you get like a bunch of different dubs. Like you start getting the Mexican dub. You get the Mexican dub. You get the French dub. You get the fucking I don't know, Argentinian dub.
And everyone
Saudi
says
Arabia
something
dub.
completely fucking different. So it's all said in a different tone. They use different words, but it's the same scene.
Exactly.
Just ad-libbed completely different. And that's why it's fucking tight. Because they could be talking about some really political shit, and you wouldn't know because it's in a different language.
Yeah. Know? I like when they like beat the shit out of each other. There's one she was like, I'm not even trying to explain it. Dude. I'm not even trying. I can't even remember. But it was that is a good show. So I want to bring up one thing. You been watching No Gun Life?
No. It's because I'm watching Fire Force and Dr. Stone. So in between like work and doing whatever else.
And you thought the artwork was a little out there, huh?
Yeah, because it definitely is. It's still a little out there for me, but that'll probably be a show that like I'll end up watching when you're watching Dr. Stone. You know.
I would, because right now it's getting sick, dude. The fights are getting pretty dope.
Seems like it really could. It's got potential for sure.
Oh, dude, it's.
Does he ever fire his just fucking gun?
Yeah.
Is he just like blam?
Spoilers. He transforms.
Oh shit! All right.
And there's one episode where he does kind of like transform or like show off his fucking skills, but
so I would definitely be down to like watch it and binge watch it for a while. But once the other seasons have concluded, I'll go back in the way back machine and watch it.
It's honestly making me want to watch more anime, but I'm not because right now I'm trying to binge watch The Office because it's gonna be it's not gonna be on Netflix anymore after next year. After in like January because NBC
contractual agreements and shit.
NBC is doing its own streaming service, which I should do a little. I haven't done that. I mean, I don't know who's gonna be watching all the way out here. There's a couple people. I still look at the stuff. Some people are watching, but I need to put the links in there. But there's when we're talking about streaming services, so I can put the link in right here. But NBC, they have the rights to The Office, and they're starting their own streaming service. So after the contract is done with The Office for Netflix, which is after 2019 this year, it's like getting to the point where it's like maybe cable isn't that bad. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
I get all those channels
because like the streaming services just it doesn't make much sense. Because, like, I think from, I don't know, logistics standpoint would probably be the best word.
Yeah.
If all the entertainment companies start doing their own streaming services, it pulls a lot of money out of consumers. So, like, as a consumer, if you want to watch this, and this, you're going to need 4 to 5 different services in order to watch your favorite shows. That's split up into, what, $8 a month a pop, 8 times 4, that's still not cheap. So, you're in a position where like I'd much rather spend the $40 maybe and just have cable added on.
Right.
And cable comes with DVR nowadays. Like that's a regular fucking thing. You just go that route. Right. It's actually far more beneficial.
And then a lot of stuff it's so easy to record stuff nowadays too. Before you need to have like TiVo or like you have to like record. You have to like connect your DVD player into your VCR or like whatever. You know what I mean?
Speaking of which, dude, what if somebody just decided, fuck it, I'm gonna get blank VHS tapes and start recording shit again?
Oh my god, dude.
That would be the craziest fucking
what
shit.
What if like they're like 4K VHS tapes or some shit like they're...
I mean, I have no idea what type of quality you could get with a VHS tape.
Dude, the best is like probably like fucking
80p.
I don't think they even have that size on like I don't think on like computers or anything anymore. I don't think you can even like go to that. It's probably like
go to that type of image quality.
Yeah.
It's just bits at this point.
Yeah, it's like...
But it's a different like format since it's actually like a physical reel.
It has to be some 20 like crazy like 420 by like 310 or something like one of those weird measurements.
Could you put into one of those little tiles?
Exactly. But unless somebody just wanted to make fucking crazy ass fucking.
They need a whole new material for film then.
Stream. I'm just kidding.
Fiber.
Yeah, they could.
Yeah. Like really thin fiber film.
Holy shit, dude.
That's a pretty decent idea.
That's easy.
Yeah.
Just have one VHS tape, plug it in, and you just have one fiber of fucking everything.
It's a pretty sick idea. You start really thinking.
I don't know how like everything works, but it sounds pretty cool. Bring back the tapes. Bring back the fucking. Yeah, that with the streaming services though, it's crazy because like, if it gets to the point, because Netflix used to have pretty much Netflix. It was like Netflix and Hulu.
Netflix was the thing.
Yeah, and then Hulu came out and they started like stealing some of Netflix's stuff, and
Hulu is objectively better in my opinion.
At this point, yeah, just because they have more TV shows.
Yeah, more actual TV shows and like less originals, I think. Because it's
nothing
really
wrong with the
original
originals.
Some of the Netflix things falter.
There's just too many.
Yeah.
Too fucking many.
Yeah.
And there's like too many like. You see that new Rick and Morty episode?
No. See, I gotta watch Rick and Morty, dog. Like, I don't know what the fuck I'm fucking sleeping on.
You're not supposed to see
Oh,
that.
my bad.
It's the Would You Rathers, but yeah, it does.
Understandable.
Black Widow had a little trailer that came out. I just want to pull it out because it's been a long time since we talked about Marvel.
Yeah.
And this little bit of Marvel came out, but to me it's kind of pointless because Black Widow, she's already dead.
No one cares about Black Widow to be, well, you know, that's actually unfair to say.
No, people, I think it's just, I think they really try to set it up to where, because when the Endgame ended, she was dead.
Yeah.
And spoilers for fucking Endgame, I haven't seen that yet, fucking living under a rock.
Right.
But I think they really try to hype it up to the point where it was like, okay, she's dead. People are going to want to see more Marvel. So then when but I don't know.
Is it the original actor still?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's a origin story.
Oh, all right.
But
that's cool.
It's kind of too little too late in my opinion, though. It's like, to me, it's just kind of filling out that little gap between now and then before they introduce Phase 4.
Right.
So it doesn't really feel like anything important. So it kind of feels like a Captain Marvel movie where they're just throwing it out there just to like, hey, this is this
feed the wolves.
Yeah, and it's probably gonna do some like feedback or like fill in some like little backstory.
Yeah.
With like
this is why she's so badass. Here you go.
Right, or it could have like a little cameo from like Robert Downey Jr. or the other dude that plays Captain America.
If he's even up for it, if either one of them are even up for it,
but it's
just be there.
You know what I mean? Though it's an origin story, so I feel like they're trying to do something stupid, or like even Nick Fury, like Sam Jackson, or they're just gonna like, okay, let's just throw them in there just for the sake for this is the origin story, so this is how it all happened.
Right.
So I just feel like it's too little, too late for it, and at this point, that's not what Marvel fans, especially like Endgame, like MCU fans, that's what. They're gonna want to see it, like true fans are gonna see it, but like people like me and you are like, pass.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
Hard pass, actually, not a regular pass, hard pass.
Like I'd rather me and you should go see the new the Blade movie that's gonna come out like.
I'd actually be down.
I think it comes out like April or something like that. I have to look it up.
A revived, more modern version of Blade would be tight.
Yeah,
for sure.
It's gonna be Disney Blade though.
Mm.
Oh man.
As long as the blood is exactly the way I remember it. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. And they could possibly, since
in the titties.
It's Marvel, but Fox owns Deadpool, but Ryan Reynolds could possibly make a cameo in it. That'd be pretty sick, right?
It would be weird because, alright, when I was a kid watching Blade for the first time, Wesley Snipes.
Oh, dude. Fuck yes.
Yeah. So I didn't know who Deadpool was. I didn't know that was a character.
Me neither.
When I was a kid.
Me neither.
So it'd be weird to see it now because, I know it's Marvel.
Well, I'm not saying.
But I don't know if
I'm not saying Deadpool himself. I'm just saying because Ryan Reynolds himself can make a cameo and be like.
He was in one of the Blade movies.
The third one.
Yeah.
And that's when he was fucking ripped. Ryan Reynolds has been ripped his whole life apparently.
He came out the fucking womb,
right?
He was just like, yeah,
his fucking little ripped baby.
You're like, dude, where is baby Ryan instead of baby Yoda?
Right?
I'd be more down
Same
for that.
thing, dude.
It's baby Deadpool.
You could do baby anybody.
Yeah.
You could probably even do baby Hitler. No, I'm just kidding. That's a little too dark, but
Nah,
This is far. This is far in. Not many.
Well, one of the people that I work with was talking about how he has a group of friends that were into knitting. Knitting. So hear me out. Someone I used to work with, or I still work with him, but he has a friend that's into knitting, right? Like knitting blankets and scarves. Yeah. So they knitted a Hitler doll. They called him Knitler.
Whoa.
I was like, that's fucking nutty, dude. All right.
Little Nittler walking around
that's
somewhere out there.
I like that.
Yeah, that's Star Wars sucks. It's the last thing I wrote. Star Wars sucks.
Fair.
People are shitting on the new Star Wars.
Apparently, bullshit.
The new movie that's supposed to come out. I think this.
Oh, I didn't even know there was a new movie coming out, dude.
I think it's gonna come out before, after. It's either before or after Christmas. If I got this correct, it's either before or after Christmas.
Didn't the last one they made come out around Christmas?
It was either Christmas. Yeah, it was like the same time. Yeah, because people are burnt out from Star Wars because Disney's just been fucking doing all this.
They've been fucking Star Wars. See, that's all they.
What was unnecessary was, in my opinion, it was Rogue One and Solo. Those two movies we did not need.
Yeah, I don't think we needed those.
I rather really had like the Mandalorian by itself.
Yeah.
Like before any of those things. Give me like, I don't know. Give me anything besides stupid things we didn't need, because with the Rogue One, it was just the spot between right before the original, the first one, so episode 4,
right.
A New Hope.
Right.
So you literally knew what was going to happen at the end. Like whether it was supposed to be good or bad between them, like you knew what the fuck was going to happen. So for me, I was like, fuck this. I'd rather just watch the original Star Wars. I'm not gonna fucking watch this for nostalgia.
I don't need this side story.
Yeah, exactly.
They're
the
not
side
even the main characters, so whatever.
And then Solo, like, what? You killed Han Solo, and now you're making an origin story on him?
Right.
What? I thought it was supposed to be like a passing of the torch.
Yeah, like why would we even need an origin story for Han Solo? I get it, he's super iconic, but like he also wasn't super important either. He was just a transporter that just got into some shit he shouldn't have got into. And now he's like, I'm fighting the fucking Empire, I guess. I don't know, man. Like, what else do you want?
He shot first, too, so.
True.
It's for the age-old argument.
Oh, yeah, no, he 100% did. Yeah. Like, he made a point, and he was like,
it's that,
all right, then.
What about we'll do it with the would you rathers.
So, moving on.
Would you rather be Hawkeye and fight the Hulk, or be Chris and fight Nemesis?
Oh, Chris fighting Nemesis.
Yeah.
Yeah, every time, dude. Like, I get it. All right, Hawkeye, cool. He's a marksman with a bow. But that's the Hulk. I don't think you make bullets strong enough to pierce the guy, let alone
arrows. Yeah. But
about that one, cheese.
Yeah. I mean, you're fucked either way. Because Hulk will come back stronger every time.
Yeah.
But Nemesis will always come back.
Yeah. But granted, he doesn't come back in like an unkillable format.
Oh, true.
He's gonna be a pain in the ass.
True. When he comes back, Nemesis. He's like, "Whoa," he's more stronger. So.
Like, you're missing half your body, bud. But all right, fine. I guess we can do this fight.
Okay. Speaking of no gun life, would you rather have a hammer or a sword for a head? That's a thinker, huh?
Dude, yeah, that's a tough one. Like, if you have a hammer, your IQ is going to be trash because you're just hitting shit with your head all the time. But if you have a sword, you might not be dumb, so, well, probably sword.
Probably sword?
Yeah, probably sword.
I'd go with the hammer.
It's fair, dude.
I'd like for it to just be like, what?
Just to headbutt somebody, smack.
Just hammer their head in like a fucking nail.
Like, haha, idiot.
So here you go. Get assassinated. You're the president of the U.S. Would you rather get assassinated like John F. Kennedy or Abraham Lincoln? Going back to what you said earlier. Is that JFK? This is the one.
Oh, shit. Tough question. 'Cause
You
now
get
have,
assassinated in public, next to your wife, and you never see it coming.
So here's the thing, right? Yeah, you never see it coming because you're fucking. Either way, you don't see it coming because neither one of them
Assassinated. That's
right.
the whole point.
But when it comes to like Abraham Lincoln, if you ever like really think about history and how it's recorded, like, what if he actually just didn't get shot, but like they had to make a spectacle just to remove him, and he was like, all right, we can fake my death, and that's probably one of the like first recorded instances of a fake death, right?
I like it.
There's no fucking cameras, like no one's gonna take pictures, no dude's gonna draw it out, like, yeah, he got shot in the back of the head in this fucking theater that no one else could see because he's way the fuck up there. Meanwhile, you got JFK. Everybody fucking saw that
shit. It's on camera.
Like, now we can see it. That's how like real that shit was.
I like how you threw that conspiracy theory into there.
Yeah, I didn't mean to.
No, I like it though.
Granted, I'd probably want to go out like Abraham Lincoln because at least there's reasonable doubt that I may not have actually died. I just need to go away for a long time.
What's crazy though, speaking of conspiracy theories, is Abraham Lincoln and JFK. There's like similarities of how they died. They both did something significant as their presidencies. They both had like crazy childhoods or something like that. They both died on the same day, I think, and they both got shot in the back of the head. And Abraham Lincoln had an assistant named JFK, or like his last name was Kennedy, and then JFK, his assistant, his last name was like Lincoln.
Oh,
so there's like huge similarities between them. Where
that's
it's like
wild,
yeah. Speaking of conspiracy theories, but I would want to, if I was assassinated, I would be Abraham Lincoln too, because fun fact, that's my favorite president. That's my
shit. Understandable.
16th president, bruh.
Understandable.
So last one, be punched in the shoulder by a boxer, or be kicked in the leg by a jiu-jitsu guy.
Punched in the shoulder by a boxer.
Yeah.
For sure. It's either going to be a dead arm or
a dead leg. You're going to have a gimp arm or a gimp leg?
Or a broken leg, actually. I'd rather take the dead arm because, like...
So it's going to get broken and fucked up. So by jiu-jitsu...
So it's a guarantee?
Yeah, so it's a guarantee you're never going to be able to move whatever shoulder or whatever you get hit by, and vice versa with the leg.
Oh, yeah, then I would still get hit in the arm.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. Definitely.
Yeah, you never want to be immobilized.
No.
That one was pretty easy when I thought it, like, because I wrote it down, I was like, fuck, that's easy, but I was like, I mean, punched in the stomach or kicked in the stomach. You're always going to get punched, I would assume, rather than kicked by somebody who knows how to punch. You can get more torque out of kicking, I'm pretty sure.
Oh, yeah.
So this is the episode 24, bro, right before we do the fucking anniversary.
Episode 24. Be the 25th anniversary.
Hopefully we can get Will in the next episode.
Hopefully, man. It'd be great to have him on again.
About the, maybe Saturday, we'll meet up early and fucking just drive to his house and pick him up.
Yeah, just like, hey, Will, let's go.
Let's do this. But yeah, I hope you guys have a good one. Enjoy yourselves. Happy holidays. Be safe. Be nice to each other. Have a good one. Shnerd.
Shnerd.